All right. So, why haven't we heard from you? Why haven't the people heard from my rattlesnake days in over a year?
Oh man, well um, nah, for real, man. Well, I do feel like I was kind of outworking myself, and not only that, I ain't even with the internet thing, it's a little different, and I find myself becoming, it's almost like um. So okay, put it like this: with the internet thing, uh it's about the algorithms, and we
Uh-huh.
know that, and so now I'm finding myself doing stuff and being in a way that I didn't set out for. For instance, what's going on right now? We
Mm-hmm.
gonna say, okay, it's a little old, but we gonna say Diddy trial. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? If like the day that he gets sentenced or when he get his time, I gotta go on there and do a story about him because it's hot at the time and I can get a lot of views on it. But in normal, I don't talk about
You don't
Diddy.
give a fuck about
I
it.
wouldn't give a damn what he done with you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
so that's why I'm like it can, I gotta. I'm putting in the kind of energy that I didn't set out for.
Yeah.
Then uh the subscribers, man. I'm gonna be honest. Like I ain't gonna say I'm mad at them, but bro, y'all be rough. You know what I mean? You gotta.
What you mean? What you
It's
mean
work.
rough?
It's work. It's work.
It
Like
work. I done
man,
seen you go in there and go back and forth with these people too. I was like, that nigga act
yeah,
light skinned
man. But
today.
I mean, and sometimes it's if you gotta just just to keep the numbers simple. If you got 100 people in your live, you might have 7 likes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm the whole time I'm like, man, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like. And uh, again, I probably just won. See, when I jumped in, I ain't done no studies, I ain't done no nothing.
Yeah.
So I wasn't ready for what it really take to, you know what I mean?
Maintain.
To maintain. I just jumped in, so I was like, they like it, so I ain't got no problem with it. It's all good.
Yeah.
So that's all it is, man. You know what I mean? Then I don't want to get caught up and stuck into doing one little thing and then feeling like, I have to produce there or else, you know, it don't, my world gonna crash.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to take a step back and look at the whole picture of some stuff. That's what I got to do a lot of times anyway, and I can evaluate it differently. Um, yeah, yeah. That
So let me ask you this. So let's take feedback or backlash away from the situation. Let's take the pressure of a million views out of. Let's just say everything that you touch is gonna go viral. Everybody love you. Everybody saying nothing but positive stuff. Everybody hitting the like button. What would you report on? Let's not take uh the latest topic or the current events or what the score is on the. Let's not take any of that into consideration. It's just you and the globe. And when I say you and the globe, it's not a face. It's just the understanding that people are receiving it. What three things are important to you to bring to the people? Or
um well, I do a lot of talking to the guys, and the whatever about females, and particularly black females. Some of the rhetoric that I go and I use is I don't like black females. I'm gonna be honest.
aren't you married?
I got a black wife, 2 black daughters, black mom, all that right there. But she different, and that's why I'm married.
Yeah.
But outside of that, uh, man, and I like I don't like the black women at my job. I don't. Yeah, I mean because man, I'm scared for my son unless he gonna have to. He probably have to look elsewhere because these women ain't man. And I'm talking about like right now, my biggest enemies are like my mom or my baby mom. Yeah, my son's mom and my own mother.
Yeah.
So like I know like I said, we would if it was gonna have some issues that I bring to the light, these black women, man, you know what I mean? This I when I tell you, bro, like I know they think that I think I'm arrogant because I don't really, I don't give no vibes.
Mm-hmm.
But that ain't it, man. They just don't understand. Like a lot of the stuff that Kevin Samuels used to say it resonate with us. It's true.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you really knew, if you knew your number or if you knew what you meant to us,
Mm-hmm.
then you wouldn't act the way you did. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
wouldn't. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that would be one of the topics. And see that would automatically go over into my second topic, which would be probably like fatherhood. You know what I mean? I'm
Mm-hmm.
big on that.
Right.
And one of the reasons I'm big on it is because I'm not being able to see my oldest child, which is my son, pay child support and everything. And then you got the whole system that will allow that. You got this knucklehead somewhere talking about I ain't no good daddy, so I ain't seen my son for his birthday or Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But don't nobody ever send the child support back. You know what I mean? Don't nobody ever say, "Oh, we don't need you, nigga. Stay out of the picture. Here go your money." No, you accept the money, but I can't see my son.
Mm-hmm.
Not willing to fight with nobody, the system or the knucklehead. So I just pay it and get out the way. You know what
Right.
I mean? And that's one of the things that I would encourage young men to do. You know what I mean? If it get too much, man, everybody be talking about fight for the kid, fight for the relationship, fight. Bro, listen, I'm telling y'all, it ain't like that. Life is not a fight. Don't let them folk trick you talking about if you want it, you gotta fight for it. Bro, that's a lie. You ain't gotta fight for no love. Bro, I get love every day, man. It ain't no fight. It ain't no stress. I'm talking about it's beautiful. Them folk talking about fight for your right to be in. I'm talking about in your kid's life, that kid that came out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I won't fight for that. I ain't gonna fight for that. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna fight for that. And if you're dealing with someone who think you should fight for it, more power. I don't want to start insulting people, but you know what I mean? More power to you. I ain't gonna fight for it.
Mm. So it seems like what you're passionate about now is still telling the truth, still opening the eyes of other people.
Oh yeah. Do and like I said, I come to notice like I do a lot of talking and then realize some of the guys be younger, but yeah, I definitely like doing that because a lot of time, like I said, a young man just don't know. Even the young men down there getting in trouble, man. A lot of them just they don't know, and sometimes they be looking for somebody to talk to them and teach them or tell them a better way. But if all they got is a knucklehead to show them what they think is a better way, then both of them end up in trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I like giving game to the younger guys and showing them which way to go and what to avoid.
Okay. What is your biggest issue with black women today?
Well, like I said, I would think it's it's like an overvalue because then they don't the so you got the word submissive, which they think means something. They just they take the word submissive for weak.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you got that whole situation, and it just from that alone, it's just, man, it's hell on wheels, man. They not like they not domesticated. You know what I mean? I'd rather have a dog. You know what I mean?
Oh
Because
man.
yeah, bro. Because the you know what I mean. Man, you talking about a person that'll jump in your face, dare you to hit them, and then when you if you push them, they gonna call the police and get you in trouble. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, man. Everybody that shouldn't be going on, and everybody should have self control. And I get it. I know all that, but still, it like that shouldn't be. You shouldn't have to be showing no restraint. You know, because my theory is what I would teach my daughters is don't jump in no man's face.
Yeah.
Because what if he don't have no restraint?
Mm-hmm.
You know, just in order to prove that he ain't got no restraint, he got to crack your face.
Mm.
I mean, okay, he got a police report, but you got a cracked face. You know what I mean? So, um, that would be the stuff that I would, you know what I mean? You know, but they be with it, man. The women, they be ready to fight. They ready to get you in trouble. It's, and then when it comes to this kid, like you talk to a black woman today, just the way they talk is, I'll allow him to see his kid. I let you see it. All that right there. How you letting me do anything?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This, you know, we had a kid and it's your baby. You just, man, I'm sick. I ain't gonna lie, I'm sick.
Do you know how it got that way?
Yeah, man. Like I said, when we first started the interview, man, the system be laid out and the plan be working. You know, a lot of we hear it all the time, but it's actually true that they were incentivized to keep us out of the home. So if you got a situation where they don't need, like my baby mom right now, she take TANF.
What's TANF?
TANF is like the whole welfare package. With TANF, you get health care, you get food stamps, you get all kind of little stupid ass state benefits, but you can't have no man nowhere. And I I didn't even know this, but that goes on my bill. It goes on like my social security number.
Mm.
Yeah, it make it look like to the state they've been taking care of my family. You know what I mean? And they want to hold you accountable for that at some point. So,
Hold on. I want to read something to you real quick.
mm-hmm.
The breaking process of the African woman. It continues. Then take the female, run a series of tests on her to see if she will submit to your desires willingly. Test her in every way because she is the most important factor for good economics. If she shows any sign of resistance and submitting completely to your will, do not hesitate to use the bullwhip on her to extract the last bit of bitch out of her. Take care not to kill her, for in doing so, you spoil good economics. When in complete submission, she will train her offspring in early years to submit to labor when they become of age. Understanding is the best thing. Therefore, we shall go deeper into this area of subject matter concerning what we produced here in this breaking process of the female nigger. We have reversed the relationship. In her natural uncivilized state, she would have the strong dependency on the uncivilized nigger male, and she would have a limited protective tendency toward her independent male offspring. It would raise the female offspring to be dependent like her. Nature had provided for this type of balance. We reverse nature by burning and pulling one civilized nigger apart and bullwhipping the other to the point of death, all in her presence. By her being left alone, unprotected, with the male image destroyed, the ordeal caused her to move more from her psychological dependent state to a frozen independent state. In the frozen psychological state of independence, she will raise her male and female offspring in reverse roles. For the fear of the young male's life, she will psychologically train him to be mentally weak, dependent, but physically strong. This is an excerpt from the Willie Lynch letter. This is something that has for hundreds of years, man, been effective in our communities, bro. I like to go to the origin of things, and when I was thinking about the gang shit, I said, "Damn, bro, they wanted to separate us. They wanted us to be pissed off with each other, so they found a way for us to separate ourselves." So, with that being said, let me ask you this: when people say black women have an attitude, is that a personality flaw or a survival skill developed in a world that may not listen to the black woman?
Listen to it for what?
You look like BJ just did. You like, nigga, get the fuck out of here.
Well, listen to it for
Cause she got something to say
about what?
about everything, about life, about how she feel, about what's going on.
I mean, you mean like more than like what the white woman has to say or the Asian woman has to say?
I don't know what they got to say. I ain't never been like I'm a father of black daughters, like you a father of black daughters. I've never dated outside my race.
But because I'm trying to, I don't like.
Let me repeat the question.
Yeah.
When people say black women have attitude,
Yeah.
okay, is there a personality flaw within the black woman, or is it a survival skill that she's developed from all the trauma and the misuse and abuse that she has taken upon? So why you look like?
Cause bro, it's you know what I mean. I can't say, but you know, I don't wanna. We can't say that. It's almost like giving an excuse for the bad behavior. You know what I mean? Because probably at some point, probably every race of people have had some form of oppression. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
okay.
Even white folk, Jew, whatever. You know what I mean? So to be like, but you know, this is why they have attitudes. I mean, the worst part about it is their attitudes be with us.
Right.
Cause they don't act like that on them jobs with them white folk. You can't do that. They know what's going on. So the attitude be with us, other black folk and black men.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to excuse it like they needed a survival. So what y'all surviving? If y'all knew how to coexist with the black man, you wouldn't be in survival mode. Y'all surviving on your own.
Have we been pitted against each other though? Has the black man and the black woman been strategically pitted against each other?
I mean, yeah, you have, but it ain't like it's their own fault. The same way,
It's whose own fault?
the black woman.
It's her fault.
Yeah, if you looked at
You sound like a nigga that got a white woman at the house, and I know you don't.
it's the black woman fault because look at Adam and Eve when they doing their thing. What came in? A snake came in and whispered to the woman, "Hey man," he said, "Don't eat the apple, but you can eat it if you want to." And she took her hard head ass over there and ate the apple. When ain't nobody else told her to eat the apple, she supposed to be following the man.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. You got black man and black woman, then you got the white man or whoever come right on in and tell them, "Hey man, we can give you all this. You just don't need him." And
Right.
they went for it.
What you mean they went for it? Did they have a choice?
They could have kept the man in the house.
Yeah, but if so strategically when the black man is outed, it's not done by saying, here's one of your many options. This is your option. Either you gonna eat or he got to go.
Well, if you if that's what if those are your options and you feel like your survival, that would be the better option for your survival,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm all for it. You know, go ahead. But that's again, like I said, that's why I don't communicate with my baby mama and my son now. Go ahead. You know what I mean? But I also got a black family that know we need each other.
Right.
So I can't, you know what I mean? Your stupidity is your stupidity. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna be like, oh, that's why this bitch. Well, I mean, excuse me, that's why she got an attitude because she. No, I mean, life is about choices. Don't get me wrong. We all make bad choices and bad decisions, but even when you like, sometimes you got to, you can't keep making the same bad choices. You can't. So now I'm speaking on like my situation. If she felt like even if once you realize you done made a bad decision, you got a house full of kids and no men, when you gonna come back? You just gonna live your life and say, "Oh, this what it is. I don't. This what it is." All right, stay stuck on stupid. That's what I say. That, you know what I mean?
Okay. Let me ask you this: at what point does confidence turn to audacity, and who gets to decide where that line is? I'll repeat it. At what point does confidence turn into audacity or attitude, and who determines where that line is?
You mean like in a woman's case?
You know what I'm talking about, because they be goddamn, yeah, in the woman's case, they be
Well,
having, because some of our sisters they be like extra, overly confident, as the young people say, overly.
but that's masculine though.
What you mean?
Why? It's
Don't
like,
bite your tongue, just say it, because I see you trying to find different words.
well, I mean, I don't want like how a overly confident woman. That's I believe that fall right over into masculine.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I ain't got no problem with a sure woman or whatever, but once you talking about being too confident, that's too much of a manly word. You can't be confident to the point where your confidence will stand up to mine. Like, if I challenge your confidence, you know what you talking about, so you gonna stand on it. What a nigga supposed to do with that?
Yeah. So you prefer a obedient woman?
Well, that's what I was saying. Remember, I said people confuse submissive with weak. I would like for my person to do what I say, but I don't expect her to do everything I say.
Mm-hmm.
But she also know that she know how it's supposed to work. So, we keep the main thing the main thing. You know what I mean? Ain't like I ain't laying down no iron laws to where she can't say no to nothing. But at the same time, we ain't had no arguments about nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? It ain't been like, well, I say the car going in the garage. I say the car ain't going in the garage, and now we ain't never been that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay. So why is a black woman standing firm called difficult, but a man doing the same thing is called a leader?
Because why is she standing firm? Bro, that's like, okay, look, like, if I don't again, I have a black woman. I don't want her standing firm on anything. If she have a disagreement with somebody outside my home, I don't want her to stand firm. I want her to buckle.
Mm-hmm.
Let them just come home and tell me about it. And if it's something that's non-negotiable that we need, you got to call me. I'm gonna stand firm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't need you standing firm. I don't need you arguing with the principal. I don't need you challenging the football coach because you think, no, I don't want you standing firm.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't, no, if that you embarrassing me.
Yeah.
I don't want no the folks be saying, but I don't need no strong black woman. I like my woman soft. She like cute. When anything rough and tough and firm come around, she get out the way and let me take care of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, all that firm standing, I'm telling you, I walk right past him, bro. I don't, but listen,
that ain't it.
Boy, I don't like, I damn that don't even want to look me in my eye.
Damn. All right.
Now, I know all this gonna make it sound like my wife some kind of, and that's fine. Don't nobody know her, but she definitely like that. She's,
Y'all get in the comment section, and then hopefully we can get a reply on his page. Because the goal now is we don't even care if you talk about prison stuff. I'd rather you talk about something that you're passionate about. See, I don't know if you're paying attention, but the people at home will. When I was asking you about that prison shit, you know where you was looking? Up in the sky, chewing gum. I got your undivided attention now. Because you give a fuck.
Well, yeah, that could be true. But like I said, I even I know for a fact, even me, a lot of times when I think about that prison stuff, I gotta go like I gotta go way back. You know what I mean? You know, because again, it's a total. So to go from the street to prison, you know, that's a reset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then to come out of it,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's, you know,
it's a slippery slope.
It's a slippery slope. So a lot of times when I'm looking back and I'm thinking about it, I'm like, dang, was it really how it is now? And we would just, you know, if when you running amongst that, you don't, you know what I mean? I guess you don't realize how it is. You know what I mean? But then once you step out of it and look at it, you be like, man, they crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how that's how it, you know what I mean? That's how
I you know, I understand wholeheartedly. And I think it's easier for me because today, was it today? What's today? Monday. Yesterday, I was inside Panthersville. A couple of days before that, I was at the courthouse. A couple of days before that, I was at Macon State Prison. I'm an anger management specialist. I dealt with 3 clients at my kitchen table last week. So I'm constantly in it, not to the point where it deprives me of my livelihood, but to the point where I'm embedded in it in different aspects of it. So it's a lot easier for me. But I'm also a father. I'm also interested in the psychological makeup of all Black women, including my daughters. So let me ask you this. Why is child support treated like punishment instead of a responsibility? And who actually benefits from that mindset?
Well, it's treated like that because that's how it's applied. It's applied as a punishment. You know, if you, like me, I only got on child support once I chose a wife. So it was like, yeah, the whole time I was single, but not with my baby mom, then we were good. But when
you was still smash.
No, I don't. We don't. Nah, we don't do that. I ain't never did that. I don't. Cause once I can't stand, y'all really don't like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But you know, once I got serious about somebody, then here come the child support.
Yeah.
And it's all good because you know it's a better record of things, but you know that's how it's applied. So and then when you look at, so again, I'm on child support, so I take a guy like myself. I work 12 hours every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it's something that requires my attention, then I have no problem doing it. If my son need this for soccer, if he need this for school, whatever, I ain't got no problem doing it. But when you turn around and run to somebody like make him do this for this for this for this, you know, it's just an insult. You know what I mean? Because like we ain't got nobody can run down on the judge and be like, hey judge, man, your wife said you don't do this, dog. Ain't nobody, we can't make him do that. But you run to the judge and be like, hey judge, make this nigga do this and make him do that. And then there you go, you right in our business. So it gets to the point where it's like, man, I wish I never met this mother. You know what I mean? You know. So it's used as a tool, as a weapon. So it is looked at as a punishment.
I had a situation with child support. I think I might have told you about this, but you know, when I came home, my daughter was 9, and I had never been on child support, and I had never been a father. I'm trying to figure fatherhood out, and every time I used to get into an argument with my baby mama, bro, which was quite often, she would stop me from seeing her. I remember one day I thought I was gonna go pick my daughter from school. She took me off the list. Then she used to threaten me. She was just like, "That should have never let you out of prison. You should go back. You should go back. She don't need you. She already got a daddy." And then she every time she was like, "Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna put you on child support, and it's gonna be 10 years of back pay." And I was shut. You know me. I was shut the fuck up, bro. Then I would end up apologizing. And then one day I had one of them goddamn. I had one of them rattlesnake day moments. I went down there and I say, "I'm gonna take out child support on myself. You know, I can't deal with it. I don't want to deal with it." Then you threatening me. I'm an alto baby. You can only threaten me a certain amount of times, and I'm just gonna be like, you know what? Come on with that ass whooping, my boy. I'll go down there. I explain to the lady. I tell her everything, and I am just as articulate now as I was then. Uh, I say, man, she did this, such, and then she gonna put child support on me, so I just want to take it out on myself. She say, she laughing when she say this. She said, "Baby, you ever been on child support?" I said, "No." So she laughing. She called another lady over there. She said, tell him, baby, tell her what you said." I tell her. She started laughing. I said, "Man, I know. I'm glad y'all laughing, but this shit ain't funny. Like, I'm stressed. I'm smoking cigarettes, and I don't even smoke cigarettes. I'm stressed. This got me stressed out. Well, in my mind, I just want to jail, but I want to do something. I want to do something different." So, come to find out, she say, "If you ain't been on child support, ain't no back pay." I said, "Ain't no back pay," because in my mind, 10 years of child support, that's a lot of money. I said, "I'm gonna lose my license. I ain't gonna be able to do nothing." And then I find out she can't do that. I said, "Oh, get what I do." You would think I would have ran to her and said, "Say it." I told baby, held that bitch like the ace of spades. I held that motherfucker because I knew it was gonna come up. And then she said something, and we got into an argument. Then what she say? She say, "Don't worry about it. That 10 years of back pay is I'm finna go ahead and put you on child support." Go what I say. "Bitch, you weak if you don't." You weak. If you don't run down there right now, you a weak ass bitch. If you don't go do it now, yeah, you can't put me on child support. So I understand it. And I've never been on child support. I ain't never been on child support. I've been threatened with it. But I'm active in my kids' lives. Let me ask you this as a father who I know is either being there, trying to be there, then been there. How does it feel when the state is in the middle of everything and they is touching every aspect of your life to one degree or another?
All part of the system, man. It's just that's why I say you could just see it when you look at the big picture. You can see it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, once you make these certain mistakes.
How old is your son?
17.
So technically it's like one more year on child support.
Yeah, I'm almost done.
I thought at some point in time he was about to come live with you.
He was, but I don't know what happened. But again, you know, she the what primary she the custodial parent, so it's not. To be honest, it ain't worth my time.
Why you say that?
Not when I can make more kids.
Nigga, what you? It's not like a car or a skateboard. How many children you got?
3.
You got 3. 2 girls, 1 boy.
Mm-hmm.
You still trying to have some more children?
Ugh. I ain't trying to have no more. I ain't saying it couldn't happen.
You wouldn't be mad if you.
No, man. I love the babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the babies.
Do you think you could add to your son's life if he was staying with you, if you were the primary custodian or whatever that title is?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. His being that he's still with his mom, there's no way his growth hasn't been halted.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's the things that it's probably been halted a couple of years now, probably since he was about 14, 15. He probably ain't got the development that he would need from a man or a male figure.
Mm-hmm.
and like I said, I just ain't. If she don't feel like it's important,
So then, what does that conversation look like when he do turn 18? Because eventually, y'all gonna have a man to man.
yeah. Well, the sad to say it'll actually um it'll land on him because of his age. You know what I mean? It ain't, and it's unfair. I know that it's unfair, but it will actually land on him because even me, when I was young, I was always blessed to be around some kind of good-hearted people.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was young, I would I would do that. Like if there was a older person or older guy that he had that something intrigued me or something. If he know how to fix things, if he
Mm-hmm.
did tattoos, if there was something like that, if he knew how to play chess,
Mm-hmm.
that there was something that would if I could see his brain working,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, I would want to learn something. I would want to do something like that. So if he get to if he at the age where he wants something, then I ain't got no problem with that. But I ain't trying to exert no extra energy. I ain't trying to show him nothing he don't want to see. You know
Why
what I
not?
mean? Because it's just gonna. I feel like I'm I'm just gonna be the one complaining and stressed out in the end. It's gonna be like me trying to teach a person something that they don't want to know.
How old were you when he was born?
23,
Where were you at in life?
fresh out of prison.
All right. So this was when you had did 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Was she riding with you, or you met her when you came
No,
home?
I met her when I got home.
All right. And how long did y'all relationship last before she got
6
pregnant?
years. Oh, before she got pregnant?
Yeah.
Probably less than a year.
All right.
No, maybe about 6 months.
About 6 months. Did y'all live together at any time?
Yeah,
All right. And so, were you working or was you in the streets?
both.
Okay. And so, what initially broke y'all up?
Just the regular stuff, arguing all the time. Can't be around each other for too long.
When did you go back to jail?
In 2013.
So, I mean, how old were you?
Probably about 30.
Oh, you was 30. So this was after y'all had then broke up and everything.
No, well, we were still dealing with each other.
Okay. Do you think that while you were in the household with your son that you gave him everything that he needed?
No, I couldn't,
Why not?
cause he was too young.
What you mean?
Like at a certain age, it's really about their mama. You know what I mean? That's why once he get really like puberty age, once those feelings come and arise, that's when he need to be around that man. That's when he need to know, you know what I mean, how to handle these feelings. Like, boys throw them little tantrums too, and that's when. So now, like the first like 10 years, they still getting that mama love. You know what I mean?
So you didn't feel like, do you feel like you could have done more? Or you,
No, I would have.
okay, I understand it. I'm asking, do you think that you could have done more?
Probably always could have done more, but like I don't think I was slacking though.
I'm gonna tell you why I say that. I say that because when my first child, she was 9 when I came home. She was calling me by my first name. That's a real strong disconnect. So from 9 on up, I changed my schedule so that I could take her to school. So now with my 11-year-old, I cut the cord with my 11-year-old. So our relationship is different, but I give her that same time. The other day we went to, I do a lot with my child. Like I'm hands on. I'm really, really hands on. And I'm just thinking out loud, if she was to miss 4 years, Lord forbid that, I think that I have instilled enough in her to where like she would be strong enough to stand on her own 2 feet. I say that because I go above and beyond. Do you think that, because your son is your oldest child, do you think your daughters get a different version of you as a man and as a father?
Yeah, of course. They were born in a different era.
Yeah. And you're a different person.
Yeah.
Do you think you owe your son? Have y'all ever had a physical altercation?
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
I just jumped on him.
What you mean you just jumped on him? Like, was it provoked or?
Yeah. I told him not to do something. He did it.
He was staying with you at the time, or?
Yeah, not staying with me. Probably like over for the weekend or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So with her having custodial rights, you still had access to him on the weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Do you still have access to him on the weekend?
Mm-mm.
Do y'all talk it out?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
She take his phone.
Do he want to talk to you?
I don't know. It'd be hard to say. He say he do. She say he won't. But it'd be hard to say.
Do you want to talk to him?
I mean, at this, like, I ain't got no problem with it, but it just don't be.
If it don't happen, it won't bother you.
Yeah, because it done that's what done became of the life. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Ain't no use in getting excited about him no more.
How's your relationship with your father?
I ain't really one.
Do you remember up to what age, or it just never wasn't?
Never really had one. I mean, we always just knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but not really like no. I don't really got no memories.
Really? Not no Little League football?
Oh, hell no.
Where he was at?
Prison? In and out?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nah, he ain't never did nothing like that.
How would you compare yourself to your dad in reference to fatherhood? Or would you even do that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we could. It ain't a comparison though. It's like I don't think he might not want to be a dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He didn't have a problem knowing he have kids, but not just, want to be a dad.
Have you ever had a scare that your son was going to be incarcerated at some point in time?
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Oh, he be showing out. He done been arrested a couple times.
For what?
All kind of stupid shit. Just all kind of stupid shit. He
you
probably end up going. Huh?
Do you see a little bit of the old you in him?
Nah.
What you mean, no?
No, I wasn't like that. I actually won. We different, but like I said, he don't have he don't have a male figure,
Ain't no
a constant male
stepdad,
figure.
ain't no uncles, ain't no.
Not that I know. If he do, it's something that I ain't never know it about. But I don't think so.
When was the last time you talked to him?
Probably about like maybe November, something like that.
Did y'all see each other Christmas?
Mm-mm.
Y'all don't do holidays?
Now we do, but I mean that's what that's what that's what happened when you got the black, you female.
Yeah.
That's how they don't. That kind of stuff has no importance to them. So, and for a person that can't see that kind of importance,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to try to teach them it. I just rather leave it alone.
For your own peace of mind.
Yeah, because you ain't gonna win it, first of all, and second of all, they're just gonna use it against you. Like if they see it, like if you fight to be a father in one of them kids' life, ooh boy, they gonna use it. You talking about jumping through some hoops? You finna, man, shoot, yeah.
I'm a fighter, bro. I'm a fighter. I don't know if it's because my daddy smoked dope, but I just know that feeling when you looking up in the stands and ain't nobody there. Or when your cousin know your daddy smoked dope and he say, I can make your daddy empty out that refrigerator. That shit struck me a different kind of way, to the point when I was in China, bro, I used to write my daughter once a week. She wouldn't give her the letters, but my daughter know that I wrote. Then I seen my child on it. I seen my child one time while I was locked up. And then guess what she said? I don't want her going to a prison. I don't want her going to a prison. But this is what I decided to do. I decided it wasn't gonna be no motherfucking excuse. I say the same way I ain't sucking no dick, excuse my language. It's the same way I got to show up, I'm gonna be a part of this shit. It's just that with that same degree of strength. And I just didn't fucking excuse, cause the mama ignorant and the child is ignorant. I got an opportunity with that child. I don't give a fuck about what their mama do, but that child, that's my shit. It's my shit. So I got an obligation to I'm talking about to the end of, I'm talking about till I can't motherfucking breathe no more. Nigga, even when I in this house, the next house, the last house, I always keep a room for both my daughters. And I ain't never had no son. In my mind, I probably been to punch the shit out of this nigga a couple of times. I don't know what it feel like to have. I got some nephews, but I don't have no son. I'm a father of daughters. You know, they make us soft as a motherfucker. I'm in my soft stage right now, but it's important for my daughters to understand that shit. I'm gonna have to be. I'm not just active. I'm intentional, and it's with that intention, man, that I find peace. You look and you sound like you done found peace, but my concern is, has your son found peace with it? And my biggest, I ain't gonna say my issue, my fear is that he don't call you with one of them charges you done had back in the day.
I mean, yeah, that would be awful. Again, that's just it's like it's one of them things where it's like you don't worry about what you can't control. You know what I mean? Quite naturally, if something happened, they're gonna be running to me then. If he get in some trouble, then it's gonna definitely be, I'm gonna be the star player, but it shouldn't have to come to that, man. It shouldn't have to come to that. And I done found my peace. If, I want to live my life too.
What grade is he in?
11th, I think.
So he's supposed to graduate next year.
Mm-hmm.
Will you be at graduation?
Probably no, not if things keep going like this.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
What would change things right now? What if God spoke to her, spoke to him, and there needed to be a change? What would that change be?
What you mean?
I mean, you say it right now, if things remain the way that they are, nah, I'm okay. I done made peace with it. So what I'm saying is, I'm asking you, what change would be needed on their end in order for you to, I ain't gonna say to have a fuck to give, but to move, to be closer to your son? What would have to take place on his end?
Well, like at this point, they just done basically convinced me that they ain't got no use for a man, and that's fine by me. You know what I mean? So the change would have to be different. I would have to feel like they needed a man. They needed me. You know what I mean? They would have to know how important it is for him to have a father and a father figure in his life, and that would have to be it. That would, you know what I mean? Even her, she really needed it. She just too dumb to know it. You know what I mean? So If they don't, if they don't see it, then I ain't trying to. Like I said, that what it would take for me. It would take for them to know. I don't want to. I ain't trying to convince you that you need a that you know he need a father and you need a. I ain't trying to do that. You know what I mean? Because it's really common sense. I'm a man. It's only two species on Earth, man and woman. You know what I mean? Two genders, rather. I mean, so I got to have a woman.
Was her father in her life? At all?
Not really.
What not really mean?
Not really. I mean, she know who he is, and I don't know. They probably got some kind of complicated past. But the whole time I was with her, I probably seen him twice.
So does she fully understand what a man's responsibility is?
She probably don't.
Should that be held against your son? Because he's being raised by somebody who don't have that possibly doesn't have a real understanding of what a man is supposed to be doing.
That's true too. Yeah, it shouldn't be held against him. I ain't gonna hold it against him, but at the same time, I gotta have something to work with. I'm not just.
You kind of are holding it against him.
No, I'm not. I ain't got nothing against him. I like by saying I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, but then I understand that mindset too, because I can tell just by knowing you. I know that if you at peace with it, there've been nights where you ain't get no sleep. It been nights where that shit bothered you and ate you from the inside out. And
yeah.
Now you at a point where it's just like.
Yeah. So why? So how is that? That ain't holding it. That ain't holding it against him. That just a conclusion been came to. Like we ain't gonna. See, it's almost like they only thinking about how they feel. They only thinking about how they feel if they decide they don't want to deal with me no more.
I noticed that you always pair them together. You say they.
Yeah, it's both of them now because he's. See, I know my son. You know what I mean. He got a mind of his own. It's no longer he's 17. It's no longer some stuff you can't blame on her no more. And I say blame loosely. I don't mean blame, but at 17 years old, I know what's really real. I ain't tripping.
So now my next question, because we it getting cold and I feel like the motherfucking heat man cut off or something. Can we get your perspective on the black woman in a realistic display of what it is or what it feels like to be on child support, to be unappreciated, to be stared down by this black girl magic? Can we get you to talk about things that are important to you?
I don't, what you mean? I don't get it.
Nigga, can you go to your channel and talk about the shit that we just talked about now? Because we just had an hour conversation about real shit, about black women being displaced to one degree or another. And a lot of black men are on child support and dealing with the same shit that you're dealing with and don't have the calm and the peace that you have about it. They up about to knock this whole head off.
Yeah. We could definitely talk about it.
No, I'm saying, will you talk about it?
What do you mean, like?
Man, I'm trying to crank that channel back up, man. God damn, quit acting like you don't know what's going on, man. Shit.
I mean, the channel ain't done. The channel ain't done. I just, like I said, it's just other stuff. You know what I mean? Other stuff right now.
So now, what I'm gonna do as your brother, guess what? Now I'm just gonna send you topics that's centered around black women, and see if we can't help get them in line. See if I can't get you to comment on it. You see what I'm saying?
That's cool.
If that's your niche and that's what you're passionate about, shit, let's talk about it.
Wow, that's like it could be considered passion, but it's not a good one. because I would be talking about what I don't like.
I'm gonna tell you,
I mean,
see right there. I just want to show you something, and this shit gonna trip you out, and this shit all for you. What? And it just happened, and you gonna be like, nigga, what the fuck? This is what I need for you to be. This is what I need for you to be.
What do we mean?
That's the persona I need for you to take. I ain't gonna need to show the people, but I'm gonna set that bit right there. That's the persona I need. Man, you know how much money we can get, man, or you just embrace that shit, man. You just said it. You just said it. If you embrace that right there, man. Oh,
I'm thinking like if, bro, I don't even want to deal with
you
mine.
don't want that. Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's like I don't. Let me see it, man. So it's like I don't have a problem with it. Don't get me wrong, but it's like again, it's choosing the battle.
You chose
honestly,
peace. You chose peace.
Yeah.
For the people at home, I just want y'all to see. I ain't gonna explain why I got a picture of this motherfucker and a picture of this motherfucker right here. But if I can get white boy to goddamn embrace that, boy, it's over with. It's over with. Oh,
yeah, man. I really think they like being wrong.
It's debatable. This is what I will say. In reference to emotional intelligence, you are very aware of who you are and where you at. And one of the elements in emotional intelligence is self-awareness and self-regulation. Self-awareness is knowing what pisses you off or what gets you uneasy. Self-regulation is being able to that's not a GED word. Compartmentalize. Is that a real word? Compartmentalize. And separate yourself from those things that get you out of peace, because you still have to be a father to these daughters. And I was looking at one video, and you made me call my child when you was like, you sipping on your coffee, and then you like, goddamn, well, I'm on dad to do it. Said. And then she finished it. Nigga, I called both of my children. I was like, this nigga here goddamn cool as motherfucker. I just called my goddamn children, bro. I said, but it's that aspect of it, because if I didn't know you in that aspect, I would think you was an asshole when it came to your son. But I didn't see you in a different light. I didn't see you in action, my nigga. And that's real. But I also understand that at some point in time, hey, I buried my peace over all this shit. Cause we at that, hey man, you can have something stress you out. That should give you a heart attack and kill you. And you won't be a father to nobody. You feel me? I'm not gonna let you, I ain't finna let you kill me and stress me the fuck out. I ain't gonna do it. Cause I won't be worth nothing to nobody. I'm the most important, although I have children, I'm the most important element because I hold this shit together. And I can't let you fuck it up for me or nobody else.
Yeah, man. Even if I was gonna give my son advice, you know, if he came to me like he had a problem with some little girl and, you know, she playing games with the baby and all this and all that.
He got that light skin shit you got?
No.
He dark skin.
He darker than me.
Okay.
But it would be like, you know, I would give him the same advice. You know what I mean? Don't stress yourself out, because hopefully, you know, you'll get your day one day, whether the baby got to get grown and come to you and see what's going on, or you know, it got to come through the court. But man, you still gonna need yourself. Don't stress yourself out. You know what I mean? You know, it'll. So that's and even with me giving him that advice, he got to be able to see that that's the route that I chose, not because I don't want to deal with you, but just because, man, that thing impossible, man. That thing, bro. There's no way that I can deal with all that and be productive at work and be a good family man and
I respect that.
No, man, you still trying to please everybody and you jumping through hoops. So
I understand that when you, and I joke about I want to get you back onto doing your page, but I would rather much you maintain your peace than anything. Cause if it brings you some type of, alteration of that peace, you ain't gonna be worth a shit to the people that it really matters to. Fuck these, I mean, not fuck them, but shit. I mean, you the backbone. So I think I will say this while we conclude. I think I'm predicting that you and your son are gonna have the realest conversation in the world, but I don't think it's gonna happen till that nigga have his first child and something get on. He be like, oh, this what Shawty was, cause I'm the same. I'm like, I point the finger at my dad like, man, such, man, but then I said, oh, okay, you ought to be happy. I don't beat women. You see what I'm saying? I don't put my hands on them. I don't do that. But, and I ain't agreeing with that. But I'm saying, okay, so now I see what was going on. Cause my dad didn't have emotional intelligence. You see what I'm saying? I do. So I tip my hat off to you for, recognizing, being aware of yourself and setting your boundaries. But like the old people say, man, everything gonna happen the way it's supposed to happen. But I hope that it happens sooner than later. I hope we don't get that phone call that some bullshit gonna be to happen. So
yeah, I do too, man. It's it can go either way. It can go either way. They get a phone call about me. Then you never know. You be done lost, precious time or whatever, and and you realize it don't be worth it. You know what I mean?
In the long run, it don't.
And then again, that's what I'm saying. Like right out, she standing on business.
A lot of the shit people be standing on, that shit don't be business, bro. That shit be MILF. That shit be fentanyl.
But a real, like, a feminine woman, like the one that I married, she would have been came, huh, man, come get your son. I can't deal with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I come see him on the weekend. Take him out for some ice cream, bring him back. But yeah, man.
Yeah, what it is, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you pulling up on me, man. I've been bothering. I'm still gonna try to hit your ass on the live.
Nah, man, I'm gonna get on there. I be thinking about if I can go live at work. I don't think they want me to do that though.
You being in the position that you're in, bro, I don't know if you want to start fucking with them people like that. Yeah, you probably be seeing some entertaining stuff going on up there though.
Man, listen, I done had so many ideas, bro. I be having them, but again, I don't know. I also know that I was dealing with a little personal stuff too, man. That I ain't realized it was taking the toll on me, but now I do. I do
what
realize
you been
it was.
Ass?
Huh?
You been eating ass?
What? What the fuck?
I said you be eating ass, my
man, hell no.
That nigga looked at me like he about to whip his knife out. He said, "What, nigga? What you say about my mama?" No, I'm just talking shit.
I'm dealing with my brothers, man. Them niggas be draining me. They be.
Hold on, you mean like your real brothers or your chain gang brothers?
No, not my real brothers.
How many real brothers you got?
Two younger brothers. Man, both of them niggas, they just. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Dealing with them, it just like it's. I think that shit took a toll at me.
What you mean?
Matter of fact, that's how I'm at the job now. I end up losing my job. When my little brother came and asked me to work with him, and then I quit my job to go to work with him and get out there, and he ended up basically letting me go because some girl. So it just, man, that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I think I was depressed for a minute.
Yeah.
You
ever tried therapy?
Who?
Therapy.
I want to. I have been saying
you got health insurance?
that I want to. Yeah, it's that suck ass shit. But she supposed to be. We got to be checking something. I think it's supposed to be kicking in maybe tomorrow. Because last week she told me next week. About some new coverage just came in. I don't remember what it was.
If you got health insurance, bro, you can go to a therapist for free, or they make you pay $25 copay. But I recommend it for everybody, bro. But I go. I had to change my therapist because my health insurance went up. That shit went from a light bill to a fucking car note. It just went crazy. So I had to get Kaiser. I had to go back to Kaiser. And my therapist don't take Kaiser, so I had to find me a new therapist. All right, man. I appreciate you pulling up on me, man. You got anything for the people? Can we expect something from you anytime soon, man? You know, I do want to say this. You have a creative spirit that's clear. You have that shit in you. Sometimes getting that creative spirit out is therapeutic as fuck, bro. When I come here and I do little stupid skits, they don't even got to be funny to nobody else. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this, then I'm gonna do that, then I'm gonna do this, and nigga, when I get done with it, but that shit be feeling good. I did one in the refrigerator. I was like, shit. I started calling my refrigerator Old Henry, and he say disrespectful shit. But my dad, who just passed, his name was Henry. So I just got them, and then I started doing skits by my motherfucking self. I was like, I change clothes and shit. But that shit fun, bro. That shit fun. One I'm talking about 2GD, shit that I always talk about, then dick pills, then just all types of shit. You see what I'm saying? But some people have that creative spirit, bro. You gotta feed that spirit. I don't give a fuck what it is. Cut him.
Nah, you right, and I totally agree. Man, I be having so many ideas that sometimes I could just write them down.
Yeah.
And I do need to.
It's important to get it out, bro. It sometimes, and I ain't trying to get spiritual, but sometimes God puts something on you or in you for you to give to the world. And I don't put a financial tag on it, but it could be something. I believe that you can have something that you could put out that will mend a whole lot of wounds. And that's just how my mind works. I feel like your son might see some shit that you didn't be like, damn, oh, that's who Shawty really is. That's what's really going on. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she, like now, I don't want to put my personal shit out there, but my baby mama be trying to be cool. Really? I just be like, I don't be disrespectful, but I have to draw the line on that shit. I be like, I remember this, and I ain't finna disrespect you or nothing, but that ain't what's going on. And but when people take a snapshot of you, they don't really know who you are. This shit a full motion picture. So you can't come in and do snapshot. I don't give a fuck if you got 1,000 snapshots. It's a full motion picture. You got to sit down and pay attention to this shit. What I do with the camera, what we do in the camera, is we get these people some motherfucking popcorn. We let them sit down there and goddamn, I'm gonna say it. Cause I know you ain't gonna say it, but who want a life sentence, nigga? That's how I'm gonna end it, motherfucker. Just like that.